Welcome to History in Minutes, where we turn ancient stories into quick, funny summaries. Today, we're heading to the land of pyramids, pharaohs, and more sand than you'll ever want in your shoes. Ancient Egypt. Ancient Egypt was one of the longest lasting civilizations in human history, over 3,000 years. It all began around 3100 BCE, when King Narmer, or maybe Menes, historians still argue, united Upper and Lower Egypt. Their world revolved around the Nile River, which flooded every year, basically acting like nature's annual crop subscription box. Thanks to that, Egypt had rich soil, organized agriculture, and enough food to support pharaohs, builders, scribes, and even poets. Meanwhile, the rest of the world was still figuring out fire or shoes. Pharaohs weren't just kings, they were believed to be divine, like actual gods in human form. Want to control the weather? Pharaoh. Want to go to war? Pharaoh. Want a 100-ton tomb built in your honor? Pharaoh again. Some famous ones: Ramses II, ruled for 66 years, had over 100 children. Someone was busy. Hatshepsut, female pharaoh who ruled like a boss, she even wore a fake beard to assert authority. Akhenaten tried to cancel all the gods except one. People hated it. Tutankhamun died young, but his golden tomb made him the ultimate museum superstar. Pharaohs loved monuments, statues, and their names written on everything, even on walls they didn't build. Imagine graffiti but royal. The Egyptians were obsessed with death, or rather, what comes after. They believed that your soul needed your body in the afterlife, so. Hello, mummification. Mummies were dried out, wrapped up, and buried with snacks, jewelry, and board games for the journey ahead. The rich had fancy tombs, the poor got shallow graves and fewer souvenirs. Now, the pyramids, especially the Great Pyramid of Giza, were ancient Egypt's version of skyscrapers. No aliens were involved, sorry, conspiracy fans. Just thousands of workers, ropes, ramps, and decades of team-building exercises in the desert. The pyramids, aligned with stars, had secret chambers and confused tourists ever since. Egyptian religion was a theatrical masterpiece. Over 2,000 gods at some point. They had human bodies and animal heads. Some had responsibilities. Others? Just vibes. The A-list pantheon, alright, sun god, wakes up the world daily. No pressure. Osiris, lord of the afterlife, dressed like a green mummy. Isis, goddess of magic and motherhood, and plot twists. Anubis, jackal-headed god of mummification, would have killed it at Halloween. Horus, falcon-headed god of kingship and sky, always watching. Literally, stories about them involve sibling rivalry, betrayal, resurrection, and weird family trees. Think Game of Thrones, but with more sand and less clothing. Not everyone lived in pyramids. Most Egyptians were farmers, craftsmen, or builders. They worked hard, worshipped often, and really liked their cats. Everyday life included bread and beer, staple foods, safer than the water, eye makeup for both men and women. Fashion, sun protection, evil warding, education. Only the elite could read/write, and scribes were the nerds with job security. Games, they played Senet, an ancient board game. Basically, Egyptian Uno. Egyptians also had dentists, doctors, and a calendar that's almost better than ours. Cats were sacred. If you killed one even by accident, you'd get in serious trouble. Wigs were popular. Bald was beautiful, but wigs were fashionable. The Rosetta Stone helped modern scholars decode hieroglyphs. Thanks, trilingual rock. Oh, and Cleopatra? She lived closer to the iPhone than to the Great Pyramid. Let that melt your brain. So that's ancient Egypt, a land of gods, gold, cats, and grand ideas that outlasted millennia. If you enjoyed this short trip through time, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment, and let us know what civilization you want to time travel to next.